What's Good Miami Beach is sponsored by noted plastic surgeon Dr. Baruch Jacobs and the Miami Beach Cosmetic and Plastic Surgery Center. Dr. Jacobs has been referred to by the New York Times as a plastic surgeon who keeps Miami Beach beautiful. Miami Beach Cosmetic and Plastic Surgery has a state-of-the-art operating room and offers medical aesthetic services and VIP hotel and surgical packages. We invite you to contact us to enjoy a consultation and experience What's Good Miami Beach at the Miami Beach Cosmetic and Plastic Surgery Center.
Hey, what's good Miami Beach? I'm Jerry Libben, proud to be president and CEO of the Miami Beach Chamber of Commerce. And our show is devoted to bringing you, residents and tourists alike, all the good things that are happening in and around our city. You know, it's easy to find negative stories. You turn on the news, you're going to see all kinds of things. A fire, a shooting, a this, a that. Open up a newspaper, it's more the same. We wanted to bring this program to you devoted to good news, like today, the good news about David Sexton you're going to meet. David is a resident of Miami Beach now for over 30 years. He previously managed a gym and art studio, or owned a gym and art studio, and worked for Marvel Comics. We're going to talk about that. He produced shows and plays and events, including Miami Beach Pride and LGBTQ Task Force Gala, Miami-Dade Dems Blue Gala. We'll have to get him involved in the Chamber Gala. Currently owns the art event company Normandy Arts LLC and is president of the Normandy Fountain Business Association. David, welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me, Jerry.
Now, we just did a program not that long ago featuring the businesses in North Beach with our police cafecito with the cops.
That's right. That was a great event. We were really happy with the turnout, and it was a lot of fun. I love any event that allows people to communicate with the city. I think it's useful.
And it was great that you brought out a lot of the businesses because they had some interesting questions for the police, and we brought out a bunch of different department heads to talk about the different things.
It was great, and the coffee was really good too.
The coffee was great. So before we dive into the Normandy Fountain, Marvel Comics, I want to hear about that. What did you do?
So when I first moved down to Miami Beach, I actually owned Ironworks Gym, which was right near Epicure Market. And I had been an artist all my life, and then I really got involved in the fitness industry. Bought the gym from John Bosa, former Miami Dolphins player. And I had neglected that creative side of myself for a long time because I was so focused on my business. So when I sold the business, I decided to devote myself back to my childhood passion of comic books. And I worked for a while. I went to some conventions and did some things. And I eventually found myself in front of the VP of marketing. And I pitched him an idea for a miniseries for Marvel Comics, and he liked it. And 6 months later, I was working with Marvel Comics, going to New York on a regular basis. So I contributed some of the art to it, but mostly I was the writer. I wrote the scripts for the story, and then I sort of was the showrunner for the series. So it was great. It was like a childhood dream come true.
I'm sure, that's
and it was a lot of fun. It's a weird thing to be in Marvel Comics because really all the money comes from licensing. So as a creator, you don't make so much money. So eventually I was like, oh, I still have to do other things to make money. But it was an amazing
people don't realize,
experience.
because you're in that whole arts sphere, people don't realize where the money is made. I know that artists that sing, they get paid, but the writer of the song, I think, makes more. And then they get a fee every time it's played. And
that is absolutely correct. Royalties, licensing, IP, intellectual property. There's billions and billions of dollars being made by the concept of Superman or Spider-Man, but the actual creators sometimes have to really struggle to get that money from the corporate entity. So, but it was a bucket list item. I'm so grateful I did it, and I loved it.
Talk about the two galas that you produce.
So
work on.
Around 2016, after that election, that presidential election, I wanted to get more involved in politics. I wanted to get more involved in my community. So I ended up doing some fundraising events for the LGBTQ Task Force. And the next year, they needed a production director for their gala, and they asked me to do it, and I said yes. So I did it for 5 years. It was an amazing...
They never let a good person go.
Yeah, listen, I was like, okay, I'll do it this year. Every year I said, this is my last year. But this last year was the 25th year anniversary. We had done it at the Fontainebleau for many, many years. This was the first year they did it at the convention center.
How was the experience there? We're having our gala June 4th in the convention center.
So challenging but rewarding. How's that? I feel like the convention center was on a big hiatus because of COVID.
Sure.
And it was coming back, trying to find its footing again, had limited staff. And was sort of reinventing the protocols and the processes. So that aspect of it was challenging, but
probably
I gotta say,
as well, right?
Yeah, absolutely,
right.
Absolutely. We were in it together. I will say that, but a lot of times the questions were like, oh, we don't have an answer for that. We'll have to figure something out. But I will say that it made everything so much easier because the location was so magnificent that we didn't have to do a lot to dress it up. You come up the escalator and bam, like it's just beautiful. And the facility was great. The sound was amazing. I was super proud of what we were able to do there. So I was like, I'm going out on a high note. This really was my last year, so I have retired.
For sure?
Yes, for real.
So who's doing it now?
For real. Well, I mean, never
know.
say never, but I'm not planning on doing the 26th gala.
And the other gala that you do?
So the other gala that I did, Commissioner David Richardson asked me to help with the Miami-Dade's Blue Gala, which was my first experience with a virtual gala.
Oh.
We did that during during COVID when I was supposed to do the in-person one. They shifted to virtual, but I learned so much, and I actually did one of the galas I did for the task force was virtual as well. And then I I was the director of stages for Miami Beach Pride for the past few years, which was a whole other kind of a thing. It's like the ungala, right? It's just craziness, massive, it's not elegant, it's fun and exciting and huge crowds of people, so it was
it's awesome.
Great experiences.
You're a great resource for our community and a treasure. We really appreciate having you. So now let's talk about the Normandy Fountain Business Association, which you're the president of. It's a nonprofit.
That's right.
Talk about who's involved in that and what's the goal.
So it really came about in a very organic fashion. I owned Painting with a Twist Studio, which is right on the Normandy Plaza, and I lived the opposite direction towards the north, 2 blocks away. So every day I would walk through Normandy Plaza. And they shut it down, they closed it off to do the Normandy Plaza, the proper plaza the city did, and then nothing happened. So it was there, I saw the potential, I always thought, we need to do things here. So I started the process of trying to just do little art shows there through my Painting with a Twist studio. And it was a challenge getting the permits. Again, we were dealing with a system that didn't really exist. The city was looking at special events permits, which were massive events.
Right.
And I was like,
seriously? I'm just trying to...
That's right, exactly. I just want a little art show with a little bit of music. So I actually worked with John Alleman, who really helped me, and Heather Shaw, and we sort of created a special permit to activate that space, which was neither nor, right? And so we started doing these art shows. I met with Daniel Vaitia, who owns Urban Resource. He had been trying to do something activating that area for a long time. And together we founded the Normandy Fountain Business Association. The first year that we did programming and events specifically there at the fountain, we didn't get any assistance from the city. The city, of course, allowed us to use their park, but we drew on funding from the Huizinga Foundation, from local landlords, from different organizations that were there that benefited from us bringing in a crowd, activating that area, and we were able to do 12 shows, 12 events there, some larger, some smaller.
Talk about some of the things that are coming up.
Well, we're partnered with the Vintage Fair, which is Caroline DeFries and the Antique Fair from Lincoln Road.
Oh, great.
They're doing once a monthly pop-up antique fairs and vintage fairs at the market, and we do different things to sort of enhance that. And then I'm very excited about an event we have coming on February 27th.
Great.
It's going to be called Taste of the Fountain.
Yeah.
We're going to have it at sort of the tail end of the Wine and Food Festival. I'm sure that, yes, there'll be wine there.
Food.
But we've lost some restaurants during the COVID shutdown, and we wanted to show possible restaurant owners what a great community we are, and then also to celebrate the restaurants that are still there.
Is the Indian restaurant still there? That was
It
like where the
is
bank
still there.
is?
It was Taste Buds of India.
Taste Buds.
Just recently bought by a new owner. It's now called the Indian Spice.
All right, because that was a really nice restaurant.
It is delicious. They're great. They're definitely part of it. So we're going to take Indian Spice, Las Vacas Gordas, Silver Lake, Sawadi, Prima Pasta. We're going to have 10 local restaurants there. Each of them is going to have some sort of bite that they're going to offer. We're going to sell tickets for $20, but there's going to be a free concert as well.
You get 20 bites.
20 bites. I know you're going to get 10 bites for $20. $2 a bite. Come on, that's a pretty good deal. And we're going to showcase local restaurants and then offer a wonderful sit-down dining experience for everybody.
It's fantastic. You got your hands full. You are a treasure, like I said, to our community. Keep up the great work.
Thank you.
And thanks so much for being on the show. And is there any information you want to share with us before we go?
Just to let everyone know that they can follow all of our events at normandyfountain.com. So easy.
Fantastic. And remember, catch our shows live every Friday at noon on the Miami Beach Chamber's Facebook page. And remember to tag us on Facebook and Instagram with your What's Good Miami Beach stories. And maybe we'll feature one of your stories on an upcoming program. So that's it for this week. Have a great weekend. Thanks for being with us.
What's Good Miami Beach is sponsored by noted plastic surgeon Dr. Baruch Jacobs and the Miami Beach Cosmetic and Plastic Surgery Center. Dr. Jacobs has been referred to by the New York Times as a plastic surgeon who keeps Miami Beach beautiful. Miami Beach Cosmetic and Plastic Surgery has a state-of-the-art operating room and offers medical aesthetic services and VIP hotel and surgical packages. We invite you to contact us to enjoy a consultation and experience What's Good Miami Beach at the Miami Beach Cosmetic and Plastic Surgery Center.